Welcome to KCHW's That's Edible. I'm Daizy Oz. In this week's show, I'll be presenting nature's amazing antibiotic right in our own backyard, the Oregon grape plant. To start my show, I spoke with Paul Odian, a local massage practitioner, body worker, and teacher. He offered me to come pick Oregon grapes on his property because he had a plentiful harvest, and mentioned a few medicinal features of the Oregon grape, and some fun ideas on what to make with them. Paul, can you tell us about the Oregon grape today?
Yes, I can. I guess foraging started for me when I was about 5 years old, when I remember stopping by the side of the road in Long Island with my parents, and I immediately found these wild raspberries, which I immediately started eating. And that was my first foraging experience. And all through my life, I've always looked out and seen things and said, oh, I wonder if I could eat that. So that was kind of the impetus behind my search for wild edibles that's been going on for quite a while. Anyway, when I first came out here, 27 years ago or so, I saw these beautiful purple berries on the ground, and I thought, oh my, what are these things? I couldn't help it. Of course, I tasted one. The tartness just grabbed me right away, and I thought, wow, these are interesting. So I immediately went to research them, and I found out that they were called Oregon grapes. I found out that they were extremely high antioxidant berries. And I also found out that in addition to, or along with cranberries, that Oregon grapes maintain their acidity through the urinary tract and actually have the same effect as cranberries. And they're right in our backyard. If you speak to old-timers, they'll tell you that they make jelly out of them. Oh. It makes a wonderful wine, which I've drank and also have made, and it's to die for, delicious. Very deep, powerful, rich wine.
Aren't they like elderberry a little bit?
They're much more tart than elderberries, but they make a beautiful wine just like elderberries do, which I also make as well. And then the other thing I do with them is I put them in a blender with some water, and I blend it, and then I put it through a strainer, and I dilute it with water if I need to, and I drink it as a drink. It's great for the kidneys, so anytime you have any kidney trouble, urinary trouble, it'll help ease the symptoms.
So they're high in vitamin C and antioxidants.
Yes.
Just like the cranberry, elderberry also.
Right.
And then what else do you do with them?
Well, you can just eat them the way they are, which is what I do a lot of the times. I just chop them,
right.
Chew them, get all that tartness, and then I'll spit the seeds out.
I'll tell you a secret. I eat the whole berry with the seeds.
Oh, awesome. Well, now that you mention that, I was going to say that some of the old-timers I've heard would dig the roots up in the spring, boil them, and drink the tea for several weeks to treat their arthritis. Oh. And they claim that it diminished the symptoms of arthritis.
Awesome.
Now, that's something I haven't personally experienced, but I know someone who knew a fellow that did that every year.
Awesome. Thank you. Oregon grape, or Berberis aquifolium, is a flowering holly-like perennial native to western portions of North America, and it's Oregon's state flower. The berries look like little blueberries, but they are a bit bitter. The rave these days with Oregon grape is mainly with the inner bark and roots, which contain a bright yellow alkaloid called berberine that is a very powerful natural antibiotic. The berries have cleansing and antioxidant qualities, easily competing with blueberries and cranberries for vitamin C and healing the urinary tract. The entire Oregon grape plant is antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and antibiotic. Berberine can even act as a dye and is used to stain paper, silk, wool, leather, and wood. Various Native American tribes have used Oregon grape to treat dyspepsia, eczema, psoriasis, rheumatism, fungal infections, tuberculosis infections, a gum remedy, and a blood purifier. Today, herbalists use Oregon grape herb for some of the very same kinds of infections due to its strong antimicrobial properties. Eye and mouth infections, skin problems such as psoriasis, eczema, and acne. It kills intestinal parasites and eases digestive tract conditions. Has cancer-killing faculties, plus it's used to treat urinary tract infections, and it has a strong antifungal property that inhibits the growth of candida. It's even a natural antidepressant. Today, studies have confirmed Oregon grape as an excellent treatment for psoriasis, an inherited systemic inflammatory disease of the immune system, whose most obvious visible characteristic is elevated inflamed skin cells. The World Health Organization describes psoriasis as a painful, disfiguring, and disabling disease. Oregon has another reason to be proud of its state flower. Digging through history as far back as 1900, there have been cases when an individual suffering from psoriasis made a recovery after regularly taking an extract made from Oregon grape root. Studies have shown that Oregon grape has the ability to treat skin conditions that are chronic, mainly because the plant contains a lot of isoquinoline alkaloids, which are beneficial for the skin, especially the alkaloid berberine. The berberine slows abnormal cell growth in the skin, reduces inflammation, and even relieves itching with allergic rashes. More than one study has concluded that Oregon grape root is more effective for psoriasis than pharmaceutical preparations. A study published in the American Journal of Therapeutics that focused on the topical use of Oregon grape root showed that the herb was not only effective, but had fewer and less harmful side effects. Finally, today, dermatologists are starting to recognize Oregon grape's skin healing abilities. Oregon grape has become an excellent alternative to the now endangered golden seal, another powerful antibiotic from nature. Oregon grape and golden seal are not botanically related, but they both contain the same immune-stimulating, infection-fighting, antiseptic constituent, berberine. And it's been scientifically proven that herbs containing berberine protect against bacteria, viruses, and fungi. In lab studies, Oregon grape root has been found to be able to suppress or kill disease-causing microbes such as E. coli, candida, as well as other fungi. Natural health practitioners use Oregon grape to boost the immune system due to its ability to kill pathogens and heal the lining of the gut. It also helps activate white blood cells, which help fight infection. In China, research has shown that berberine helps strengthen the bone marrow and assist chemotherapy and radiation patients in their recovery. And speaking of cancer, researchers have shown the relationship of Oregon grape and its cancer-killing effect, finding that its alkaloid berberine aids with healing liver cancer, helps with certain lung and stomach cancers, blood cancers, skin cancers, and aggressive types of breast cancer. Oregon grape root is also good for those who suffer from problems in the digestive tract and is useful in cleansing the gallbladder and other digestive organs, like the liver. And because it improves the flow of bile, it can be used to treat and prevent gallstones. Herbalists have also used Oregon grape root in the treatment of intestinal parasites. Due to its antimicrobial properties, Oregon grape root is a great natural remedy to treat urinary tract infections because of its detox and blood purifying properties, shining right alongside with blueberries and cranberries. Finally, Oregon grape has been shown in research to help with depression. The deficiency of neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine in the brain can lead to depression, caused by some common signs such as prolonged sadness, anxiety, the absence of appetite, insomnia, or even excessive sleepiness. Some studies have shown that Oregon grape has the ability to inhibit an enzyme that decomposes these happy neurotransmitters to alleviate symptoms of depression. There are a few precautions with Oregon grape root due to its powerful antiseptic properties. It's generally safe and effective when used as recommended by a professional. The most important guideline for Oregon grape root is no more than 3 times per day for 7 consecutive days. What a noteworthy preventative from nature's backyard, the Oregon grape. And yes, that's edible. My sources for nature's amazing antibiotic, the Oregon grape, came from herbalremediesadvice.org, the Baseline of Health Foundation, and local massage practitioner Paul Odian at paularmandodian.com. I'm Daisy Oz. Thanks for listening. Be brave and add some edible plant medicine to your diet for healthier living. If you'd like to submit an idea for my show, send me an email, daisy@kchw.org. That's Edible is produced at the KCHW studios in Chewelah, Washington. Our theme music was provided by Scott Holmes.